Hello, really well-beings. Dr. Bhatia here with a short video all about doing well. So these are some of the strategies that you can learn and develop in our one-to-one sessions and our well-being groups. And we also introduce it into some of our corporate sessions that we do as well. And it's for anyone who would like to do well, whether in an organisation, in a family, or just on their own, with a certain target in mind, whether it be a health target or an ambition to do with your career or your family or your house or so whatever you've got in mind, something that you'd really like to achieve that would make a big difference to your life. And having chosen what really matters, this is a way in which you can work out how to do what would help. And most importantly, how to pace it so you can sustain yourself to be able to get there and also enjoy the ride. So we call this doing well. And the key theme I would suggest you try and take home from it is that the best place to start is where you are and hopefully enjoy the ride, because that's actually what we do want. We want to get to where we want to go and we would really like to enjoy it. Start in our minds stands for set up, try, adapt, and rest and reset in within the rest, and then maybe try again. So if it feels right, you keep getting better each time you go through the cycle of setting yourself up well, trying your best, adapting, and resetting. And then what happens is if you follow this cycle well, you actually save yourself more time, because by resetting well, you've actually halfway through your setup ready to try even better next time. Within that, there are several strategies that we explore and teach in our sessions. I've just written one example here, which is how to set up well. And we go through and embody these techniques so they become a second nature and a natural habit to you. And so we look at how you can accept where you are and come to peace with that, ready to be grounded before you then aspire to where you'd like to get to. Then, having done that, we explore strategies of anticipation. So how you can use one of our greatest skills and tools, which is our imagination, to serve you, to be able to anticipate your challenges, your obstacles, and your opportunities, as well as other perspectives, to manage biases and misunderstandings, so that you are then in the best place to assemble the tools that you need and the team that you need and the plan that you need to get there well. We apply this in a slightly different strategy to most other organisations, where we value and allow rest as part of our cycle. Because like every cycle, every organic system, rest is absolutely fundamental. If it's valued, it can actually be harnessed and make you stronger. I picture it a bit like the four seasons, where there is a period of winter. And winter, though on the outside it doesn't seem like much is going on, deep underneath, within the roots, the fungus and the organisms within the soil are turning things over so that when activity is ready, the foundations are all in place. And so it serves a vital purpose. I'm just going to describe it how we apply it to this bigger picture, which is I call enjoying the ride, where you have a sense of where you're starting and where you'd like to get to. Some sense of a wonderful life, something that would feel as though you're doing well and achieving what you need to. And it's a bit of an uphill challenge to try and sometimes get there. And most organisations I've seen kind of go on this up and down, where they kind of apply themselves. So on this vertical axis is how much effort or performance, how much output you're putting out. And on this horizontal axis is your progress with time. And we're all progressing. And that's one of the things we find is really helpful as a mindset, is knowing that we're all doing the best we can. Everyone, even if it's not convenient, even if it's not always pleasurable, we are all doing the best we can. However, we don't all set out to get better. Whereas here at We're Really Wellbeing, we know we can get better, and so we harness it. And most organisations tend to go through a kind of a boom bust, where they hover around this sort of space here, oscillating up and down, and they do improve, but it's just not sustainable, and it's down again, and you kind of reach a plateau. Whereas with the strategies we've developed, we know that if you pace yourself so you're not racing, you actually give yourself a bit of rest to be able to go and peak again, and then rise again, beyond the normal, and become exceptional. Now, you have to have a degree of integrity, a degree of insight, and a degree of I suppose, scope to be able to see the bigger picture, to be able to do that. And we can help you do it by applying those 4 strategies. So we make sure before you set off on the journey, you actually allow some time to just set yourself up well. Maybe get all the bits of kit you need and be really clear about your destination and why you're getting there. So you're thinking about doing the right thing, the right time, for the right reasons, in the right way. We then look at how you can try your best. And that's where your performance then, when it's set up, it accelerates perhaps above the normal. And this is the time of kind of peak effort, and your output increases. But before you burn yourself out, we make sure we book in periods of rest or periods of adaptation. So you can actually slow down, step away from the situation, and see how you can adapt and improve what you could learn from that. And in that respect, there are no accidents, there are no real mistakes. They are simply opportunities to learn. And as a result, it actually becomes a pleasure. When you make a mistake, you come out of it thinking, yeah, that made me stronger. And then the really other important part is to allow a period of rest. Now, your performance may actually dip during that time as your resources go from outside to inside. And in that process, what happens is you're developing your core strategies, you're developing your internal resilience. For example, if we take it to a body when you're sleeping, you're actually really nourishing your insides. And that makes you stronger than you would be had you not had that time. Having put that groundwork in, you're then ready to set yourself up, but you're halfway into the setup by the time you've done that. So it's actually saved you time in the long run before you're ready to try, and you try it more effectively, adapt, rest, and ready again, and go through those cycles. So at the end of the day, you say to yourself with a big smile, so there you are on the top of that peak, with a big smile doing your Julie Andrews, if you're doing that, going, yay, I did it. But not only that, by following this process, you actually get an opportunity to enjoy the ride. So you've got your big smile at each of the stages. And that's one of our strategies that we can teach you so it becomes second nature, and then you've got the skills to continue wherever you need to go and keep on progressing out of this board. So that's a brief summary of some of the things we can help support you with, and we can help you apply it to your specific desires so that you can achieve and choose what really matters to you and do what helps. I hope that makes sense. And I hope you found that helpful. I'd love to hear from you, so do get in touch. And just to leave it with a nice chance, say bye for now. Bye for now.